Because you're bringing the bacteria of death and bringing it to new life. But what does that have to do with the story? Her situation flipped. She's in a position that she is already at a stage where she feels like she's already about to die. Can you imagine hemorrhaging for 12 long years and feel like you're about to die? Turn to your neighbor and say, do you know how that feels? Do you know how that feels? So Oliver Wendell Holmes came to them and said, you were the problem. And you never even knew it. And let's go down to this part. And this woman spent all of her money. She spent all of her time and her money into something, I hope y'all catch this, into something that didn't seem like it was working. She has sown into lives of people that were certified, into physicians that said they were qualified to fix her issue. Can I ask you a question? Will you still pursue God if it feels like you're sowing into the ministry, you're sowing into people's lives? I feel like I'm not receiving everything that I want back, and God, it feels like your finances aren't getting better, but they're getting worse. Will you still have a pursuit after God?
Thank you, Jesus.
Some of us is like, I give up. I don't want anything to do with God because He's not coming through when I want Him to come through. And if it feels like He's not coming through when we want Him to come through, we'll automatically shut down and quit. You know how we do.
Yep.
We'll shut down and go into depression mode, and God, I don't know where you're at.
Right.
But He's there the whole time. Turn to your neighbor and say, He's been there the whole time.
No, sir.
I'm going to go down to the end part and I'm going to let God move, all right? So it says, this is my favorite part. It says, when she heard about Jesus, came and pressed behind Him and touched His garment. This is the part I like. It says, when she heard about Jesus. Somebody say heard. Heard. I know y'all getting sleepy, but say heard.
Heard.
Amen. Glory be to God. Somebody say heard again.
Heard.
Amen. Well, wake that sleeping demon. No, I'm just playing. But it says when she heard about Jesus. That means that somebody came and spoke good about my God. And came to her and said, I know a man that can heal you. I know of somebody that can set you free.
Thank you, Jesus.
How many of y'all heard about Jesus? Let me ask this question. How many of y'all heard about Jesus by showing hands? How is it? I just want to ask y'all a question. How is it that we hear about Jesus all the time? And this woman is able to hear Jesus one time and is able to identify that her miracle is right around the corner, and we can't believe that God can heal us.
My God.
Why y'all so quiet? We can't even believe that God can heal us from our infirmities. But this woman is able to identify by the very first time she hears that God is right around the corner, and she can pursue God with all that she has. But we can't believe God for a breakthrough.
Thank you, God.
Turn to your neighbor and say, where is your pursuit?
Where is your pursuit?
And it's not only about what she went into. I'm almost finished. It's not only about what she heard. It was what she thought about what she heard. Her perception about God.
Right.
And can I go a little bit further? Y'all taking notes? Why y'all lying? Y'all ain't taking no notes. Y'all taking notes, bro? Okay, I'm just playing. It was her decision towards God.
Right.
And I know that's a very simple word, but it's actually a very hard word to understand in its entirety. If you've been thinking and saturated with that word so much until you really think you know what it means. Okay? I learned this. Decision is not just somebody said, I made a decision.
Come on, sir.
Decision is interconnected. There is no way that you can say the word decision without also understanding the word commitment.
Thank you, God. Wow. Thank you, Jesus.
That when a person has decided that they are committed to what they have decided. See, if you're not committed to what you have decided, then you haven't made a decision.
Come on.
Because a decision is the commitment to what you have decided. Can I go further? Your decision should never, ever, 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 ever be based on what you accumulate to achieve. That's not it. Because your decision, like her pursuit towards God, like how she was going towards God, is her mindset of being in a drought and bleeding for years to a pursuit that I'm already healed.
Thank you, God.
Her decision. It's all about her decision. I'll give y'all a text in just a second, but I want to make sure y'all got it, all right? If you say that I want to achieve this particular thing, anything in your life, just this particular thing, Sotabashia, then saying that you want to achieve it proves that you haven't decided for it. You said, I want to achieve it, but you haven't decided. You want a bullet point real quick? God is never going to support something that you're in the process of thinking. He moves on what you have concluded. What have you decided? You want scripture now? I got y'all. Paul makes a statement. Romans 8:38 says, I am persuaded. Hold on. He doesn't say, well, I'm thinking about it, and I'm a dodo head, and no, that's not what he says. No, that's not what he says. I am persuaded.
That's what he said.
There's neither death nor life, angels, principalities, height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall separate me from the love of God. What did he say? I am persuaded. I'm in pursuit. And because I am persuaded, now I'm moving forward. Now watch this. When you look in the book of Genesis, the very first book. Let's see if y'all young people know this. It says, in the beginning, God created what?
The world.
Come, let's do that again. Y'all were scared. Y'all were scared. Y'all had it the first time. It says, in the beginning, God created the
World.
heaven and the earth. Amen. God bless y'all. Amen. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Let's stop there. Did God say, well, us as a Trinity, we were thinking about it, and if we were going to do heaven no. You don't see God do that. Why? You don't, no. Because God already knows. Let's backtrack. Let's backtrack. I'm moving ahead of myself. I want to make sure you get it. God's not clueless about what he's doing. Right? So, God created the heaven and the earth. Stop. He doesn't say, well, I'm thinking about it and eventually I'm going to do. No. That's not what he does. God, let's go to this. In the beginning, God created heaven and earth. And the earth was our form of void, and darkness upon the face of the water, And God what? Said what?
Let there be light.
You don't see God go into detail about, well, how the light knew it was light, and no. You don't see him go into detail. Why? Because the light automatically knows that once a decision is made, it has to show up.
Come on.
I said once a decision is made, it has to show up.
Come on.
like this woman. There's a lot of things that haven't shown up in your lives because you haven't decided for them to.
Thank you, Jesus.
Most of us are continuing to be in the process. And I told Kyla this one time, and Kyla was like, and this is our generation. This is what we do. And then if it shows up, then we'll decide. But guess what? Guess what?
What?
It's not going to show up until you decide. There are a lot of things that the body of Christ is believing for, and let's use for one example, sickness. I feel like hooping. One example, sickness. One example, sickness. I feel it stirring up, sorry. I feel that pre stirring up. A lot of sickness, right? They'll be like, oh, Lord, I need you to come through for me. I got diabetes, or I got this, or, yeah, Lord, okay, you're tripping, okay? But once they decide, they're not going to be sick. You say, I'm through with this. I'm sick of being sick. That's when the healing power of God is going to find you.
Thank you, God.
When you make a decision in your mind and you say, I'm not going to be what? Broke anymore. That's when the wealth is going to find you. Because it's all about a decision that you have made. And I know this might have went over some of y'all head because it's not for everybody, because everybody's not going to grasp everything that somebody says. But I just believe that if you decide to pursue God as strong and as powerful in your might that you can, I just believe that everything in your life is getting ready to blow up.
Hallelujah.
You heard what I said? I believe that it's going to blow up.
Hallelujah.
Can I teach y'all something real quick? When a man of God or a prophet speaks something prophetically, that was kind of prophetically, it was like slick prophetically, so I'm going to try to help y'all a little bit. It was slick prophetic. When they speak it, your activation of your mouth brings it to you.
Thank you, God.
I said the activation of your mouth brings it to you.
Yes, God. Yes, God. Yes, God. Yes, God.
So I just believe that when you begin to decide and fully commit into God, I believe that everything that God has for you is going to show up and blow up in the name of Jesus. Do y'all believe what I just said? I said it's going to show up and blow up in the name of Jesus. Jesus, I feel like preaching. Hallelujah.
Let him use you.
Hallelujah. Are y'all ready for God to just show up in your life like never before?
Yes.
Hallelujah. Who's in here ready to pursue God like never before?